Well, I was in I'm kidding. Yeah, sorry. They said the only way you can get out is by making license plates or go to a show. To be honest with you, I guess I consider myself lucky because I was one of those kids that I remember distinctly, like it was yesterday. My mother, we were at some place, and she said, yeah, go up there and dance or do something. And I was like, 2.5 feet tall, and I did, I think, my Elvis imitation. But at that point, and I know it sounds weird, but like, what's your earliest childhood memory? Mine is that I knew at that moment that that was what I was going to do. And I'm actually getting chills right now thinking about it, knowing, because it is such a dedication to be able to do this industry from whether it's dance, sing, act, musical theater, film, TV, whatever it is. It really is something that is my 40 plus years of doing this is something that you have to build a resilience and you have to love this whole thing that we're doing. Like right now, you have such a beautiful studio, and it's great because I know ultimately that you're going to be making this thing look into magic. But I got started really early in my life in musical theater, and I think my first show was South Pacific. I was a sailor, nothing but a dame. Anyway, and then I fell in love with it. But I've gone through all of this stuff from musical theater. Then I went into TV and film, which I am currently. I worked for Cirque du Soleil. I got my world records. I did Will Rogers Follies almost 30 years ago. Fell in love with that philosophy. And I'm actually glad to say that I am very happy that I've never gone off the path going like, I'm going to go do this, and it has nothing to do with my industry. Like I decided to, I don't know what, become a plumber. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, but I made the dedication that no matter what I did, whether it's technical or shooting at whatever, that I stayed in the industry because bottom line, I'm a really bad waiter.
I thought that's where a lot of guys started is,
As a waiter?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, in L.A., yeah, there might be.
Everybody's a waiter in
Yeah,
LA,
but
an actor.
Yeah, absolutely. But I was so bad that it was, I was really great. I started as a busboy. I remember I was young, 16, 17 years old. And then they made me at one point, a host of a really nice place. And they're like, wow, everybody loves you. And they go, you want to be a waiter? And I go, yeah, but I'm really right brain, okay? So, and if you know anything about right brain, left brain, that means that I'm really creative. As I've gotten older, I've become more left brain, but we go, oh, it's so beautiful, and then we don't build it. But I'd get there, and they would go, hey, come here, Will. The managers and owners would go, we love you, they love you, but we can't have you as a waiter anymore because all the food's showing up cold. I go, oh, you're supposed to deliver food? Isn't it about the experience? Yeah. Anyway.
I did a couple dinner theater shows, and of course they don't tell you until a day or two before that we're serving. And I'm all,
oh,
what?
Really?
Yeah, they didn't tell me. I said, we're doing this
That's
show, and
awesome.
it's so much fun, and now you got to serve people. I'm all, I had never done it either, and
Dance and wait.
Yeah, right.
It was probably not. Yeah, it was probably not my favorite part, but it was definitely. I'm going to say I'm kind of in the hospitality business now, but I've learned to enjoy it now, or learn to love it now.
And I want to put something on the end of that is that one of my favorite types of theater that I did for many years was British farce or farce stuff, and it was at dinner theater. Mm-hmm. And how much fun is that? You go in, everybody's usually ripped, and they're watching the show, and they're having a great time. And if you're on a comedy thing and during British farce and so on, I just think what a great experience that was for me. And they serve the food and, and so on.
A couple more things that I just find very fascinating is Oppenheimer.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
it's a pretty good film.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah, it's all right. 3 hours long.
It only won... Seven
Sorry.
Oscars. Yeah, I did look that up, and I didn't know how many.
Yeah, 7.
But you would be considered an Oscar winner.
I would be, and the exciting thing is that at home, we also won the Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Ensemble, which was kind of cool because, we've been doing this for as long as you've been doing it, and we don't get this a lot. We don't, and we get this less. But the fact is that when I got into Oppenheimer, interesting story. By the way, how long is our show?
Oh, you go as much time as you'd like.
Okay, good. Interesting story about how I got into the show, or the film, is that, I've been doing this for a long time.